Medgar Evers and his legacy mean to you?
Well, first of all, the way I got to meet Medgar Evers because Mr. Medgar Evers, because the fact that we both belong to the same church, New Hope Baptist Church on Woodrow Wilson. And when I was in our early teen, he was our substitute Sunday school teacher. And we were always glad to be in his class because that's when we were educated in regard to our NAACP. He would often mention bringing it up in our Sunday school class. And he always told us when we become of age, we should join the NAACP. And we was excited to have him as our Sunday school teacher because of the fact that we were proud to tell everyone else that our Sunday school teacher is the president of the Mississippi NAACP. That's how I got to know him, and some other, Sunday school classmates that grew up in Jackson in my neighborhood got to know him.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Like what he was, what it meant to you to see him
As I grew older, I began to reflect on what he meant about the NAACP, and I later became under Eric Johnson, the state president of the NAACP, later on Mississippi State Fair Housing Committee for the state. And I would often reflect back on what we learned from Mr. Evers. I am now director of a fair housing agency that deal with fair housing, which is a part of the legacy and the thing that he always preached about, among other things. And he was very influential in a lot of our lives during that particular time. And it was just great to be to know him, really to know him personally.
If you could tell him one more thing today, one final word on his 100th birthday, what would your final message to him?
I would tell him, thank him for the encouragement and what he preached about and talked about then is still happening today. Just a different menu, same menu, just served by different waiters.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.